Hi there, I'm Alex D, and this part is probably going to be a short one because basically all I need to do right now is export this model. I probably am not even going to divide this into body groups. I'll just delete the original reference and just export everything at once. Usually I export the basic parts of the model, like the pump, the receiver, the shells, the flashlight. Sometimes the flashlight I export as a separate body group. Different barrel versions, different stock versions, but in this case it's something that doesn't require me to use the body groups because, well, basically it uses all the materials at once anyway, and there is probably no way to make this through body groups, so why bother? Because at any moment I can basically open this file and export whatever I happen to need again. Which isn't too hard, unless I already had like everything ready and decided to make several variants this instant, which is not the case here. I just want to replace every slot as soon as possible before something terrible happens, and I might not be able to actually do that. So let's cut the chatter and export as vraid Ithaca reference, and that's it. We're pretty much done with this because, yeah, I've already skinned everything, including the flashlight attachment. What we need to do now is open or otherwise import a world model and use the same thing with the same flashlight configuration, to the point that I am just going to find this one. Yep, find this one. Basically, again, delete this model and also this model. And save as a separate file. Now, normally I just import, I merge the model from the original model file. In this case, I might as well just use whatever I have already done in as for the view model, just from here, and don't forget the shot light. Okay, and here it is, basically the same configuration, the same scale as the view model, which might be overscaled in comparison to the world model. We should be careful about that. Okay, so by saying I should be careful, I mean that every part of the Ithaca model has, as you can see, the pivot is here, and the flashlight's pivot is not here. So when I select all of that and try to rescale it to, say, 40, which probably is the case here, as you can see, not only I have a ridiculously small flashlight basically stuck in the barrel, I also have it misplaced. It's not here. Even if I consider that it's a 100%, it's still misplaced, yeah, and I don't really want that. And also the shells are now, I don't need the shells, but still they have their pivot points in a different place. in comparison to the rest of the shotgun. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to undo all of that. I am going to delete the shells. I don't need them. There aren't any animated shells going on in the pump shotguns world models. So what else? I also want to I want to select my entire shotgun. No, not entire shotgun. I want to select this part and remove skin, this part and also remove skin, and also this part which was skinned to a different bone, also remove skin, so that my shotgun is now unskinned, which does not make it untextured. It's unskinned, unweighted or whatever. So basically it's not attached to any bones, which we might as well not even have here. As you might have noticed when we imported this thing, skin, this part was actually empty. There were no bones imported with it. And they weren't even skinned to the bones with the same names we have in this model. Okay, enough talk. What I want to do now is select my shotgun and reset scale, which will make a scale of 100 instead of whatever we had before. What we had before is 48. I want to do it again. Reset scale. Alright, so, and also I want to, just because I can actually just select everything and scale it manually like that. But why don't I do that? Because I'm a freaking perfectionist or whatever, and it's just not happening. Anyway, I might as well set X as 0, because both the shotgun parts and these are on the same X position, which is fine. Now I want to select all of that and see how much I have to downscale this model. Pretty much, actually, it's 48 and it's supposed to be 40, so yeah, 40. Okay, 83 and 3 in period and whatever. What I want to do now is copy this, effect pivot, and move the pivot to this point, and also Z, so that it has the same pivot position. I also want it to align to world, and I also want I also want the entire everything to be aligned to world. Alright, I don't need that, but it's better that all the parts look in the same direction. Alright, so let's select everything now, everything, which includes our flashlight, and try to apply this scale of 83, which is roughly the thing that we actually want here. Okay, I'm guessing, yeah, that's the length of the stock of the default shotgun model. In this case, a chrome shotgun, but it doesn't really matter. They are basically the same. Just the attachment points are defined differently, and that's not a problem. That is not a problem. What else? What else? Nothing else, I guess. Unless we want to be super... no, we don't. We don't. Unless we want to be super perfectionists. And even I don't want that. Oh, actually, you can see how short Ithaca's receiver is in comparison to the Remington's receiver. When it's the same height as the Remington, it's just not the same length. Very nice. Okay, so the grip looks okay, I think. Yeah, the trigger guard is almost in the same spot. The pump is slightly... I should lower the whole thing. I might as well slightly upscale the thing. Yeah, let's make it 85. Okay. Now we can that's more like it. That's more like it. Okay. I think we're done here. Let's save the file. Let's put X at 0 again, just in case something went wrong. Sometimes it kind of misplaces the things. Alright, so now hide everything that is not our old reference model, and check this out. Envelopes, as you can see, white parts are those not weighted to a bone selected currently here, and red parts are those that are completely weighted to this particular bone. And yeah, well, this is white. This is light gray, but whatever. You get my point. Anyway, this is not fully red, which means it's not fully weighted to this bone, and also it's slightly yellow over here. Let's just try and select this part and visit our weight tool. Okay, so it's what a weird number. What a weird number. Why is it such a specific number? Okay. It's bone clip, by the way, not even charger slide or bolt. It's bone clip. Whatever. Anyway, 714. Yeah. Okay. Are we clear? So let's unhide. Let's unhide all. Hide this part, and now, yeah, slide is going to be skinned to 2 bones. Weapon, bone, clip, and weapon bone. Now, edit envelopes. Just Ctrl A to select all vertices. That's a lot of vertices, by the way. A lot more than the default shotgun world model, but okay. And go to weight tool. Weapon bone clip is 1. It's fully red right now, even if it's textured, and it's completely uncolored when weapon bone is selected. We want weapon bone clip to also have weapon bone to also have some weight, and it's almost like this, but what I'm going to do is select weapon bone clip and set weight at 714. Oh, and it's exactly like the default now, which may or may not be okay. We shall easily check that. We shall easily check that now. Let's unselect skin. Let's save the file and skin everything else to weapon bone. 100% honest to God weapon bone. And save again. Let's hide our new reference and do a stupid thing. To move this weapon bone clip, I cannot move it really because it just doesn't. I don't want that. I want it to move, but it's parented to weapon bone, so I should unparent it. For some reason this happens. I don't know. 3ds Max is weird. Okay, so now I can actually move this bone, and whatever is attached to it moves with it. Basically, as you can see, however much I move the bone, the pump and the ejection port does not go as far as the bone goes, because as you can see, the bone is now at the beginning of the bolt, and now it's at the end of the bolt. And if I move the other way around, it's gonna reach the pump and actually get in front of it eventually, which is done. For instance, if you remember my Draco Pistol for the Desert Eagle, it is basically a short barreled AK without a stock, and it uses in third person pistol animations, and the bolt is actually animated, but by default Desert Eagle slide moves like 50% of however far the bone goes. So in order to the slide to the bolt carrier, in that case, to move all the way back, I probably weighted 100% to that bone, so that it would actually go as far as possible for this kind of thing. And also, yeah, when I animated an MP38, which basically is an older stamped, milled steel version of MP40, doesn't matter. Its bolt travels much farther than Uzi bolt, and Uzi's bolt is like, I don't know, maybe 50% weighted to the bolt bone, and MP40 is much larger than that, so that it actually does recoil much further than Uzi's bolts, which is actually a great addition. I'm not sure why the shotguns also have this kind of thing, but okay, I'll take it. Maybe it's somewhat necessary for reasons which I'm entirely fine, because if there is a necessity to do that, that's a smart move. That's a thing that kind of you are very unlikely to know that, but TLS actually did right to make those bones not actually animating fully to their full extent, to the full potential, and so that mods can be made and the bolts will actually travel much farther than default models. So that's a great thing. That's the kind of hindsight I hope every game developer would have. Despite the drama, despite whatever else, TLS is just great in every way, at least for the modding community. At least I hope so, that you aren't pissed at the last stand update for practically zero reason, which makes you as evil and bad as those warmongers. So I'll just disqualify you from being human if you hate anything at all, from furries to anime to I don't know what, because hatred is bad. Anyway, what I wanted, I did not actually get because I got my thought train got derailed. I want to hide this again. I want to see how far I actually need to move. Okay, so it's like 5. It's probably 5 or maybe 4, maybe even 4. Okay, so if I move it 4 by 4 units, the pump will meet the end of the receiver. In this case, it should go into the receiver because, as you can see, the bolt face is here. It should be like fully inside, I think. So it's probably 5. It's over here. So yeah, the bolt is entirely inside the receiver now, and you cannot even see its face. The pump is actually kinda yeah, it does that in real life. It goes, grabs some of the receiver. Okay, so let's say 5. It doesn't matter. Let's unhide our new model and move the bone again. This is like 6. This is like 6. So if we move it like 5, we don't even move it all the way back, which may or may not be correct. So this is why we are going to use Google Images and try and find an Ithaca photograph with its pump being fully, well, kind of like this, except it's a 3D model, so it's not really what we're looking for. Okay, as you can see here, the pump is probably fully retracted, and there is some space left here, and well, that kind of looks correct, I guess. So yeah, let's try and see for more images. Of course, there is the Ithaca in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. God, that's a terrible name, just like Modern Warfare. I mean, it's not even a name, it's just there to make things more confusing. It's so unoriginal, uninspired, generic. Also, this thing also kind of has okay, that's weird. I'm not sure, but here we have a pump slide arm. I don't know what that is, but on every image I see now, it's on the left side. And this model I have, okay, this is a 3D model, so it's not actually I don't see it on the right side, and this model actually has it on the right side and not on the left, which is weird and might be wrong. Interesting. And I don't think there is any reason for that to be like reversed for lefty or righty, because this gun is fully ambidextrous as far as I'm concerned, unless you count this safety pin. It's probably a safety pin, which is one side is safe, another side is fire. Okay, so what I'm seeing right now is probably a mistake, because even this cursed model, it's probably cursed. I cannot really say, but those look kind of cursed. It's a modern Call of Duty game. It has to be cursed. Anyway, yeah, most models and photographs have this arm, this guide. Yeah, I think it's called a guide. Also, that's a real shame we don't have a nice pump model or this hunting shotgun version, because you know this cheek rest, this fancy checkering over here. I can probably rip one from the Winchester, but nah, not gonna do that. Alright, so I'm convinced that this is actually wrong, and I have to fix it. Okay, let's reopen this without saving, so we haven't messed anything in here. Let's delete skin, and now let's do the unthinkable and mirror this particular mesh. As you can see, almost nothing changed. No loss of quality or whatever. If anything, it would actually look cooler in first person, I think. Speaking of first person, we should really go back and fix that over there as well. Now we can skin it again. Let's add our weapon bone and weapon bone clip. Edit envelope, select everything, and go here again. Alright, so weapon bone is 25, weapon bone clip is 75. I think that's more or less correct, so that's pretty much it. Okay, I am probably satisfied. Let's save again. Let's move it 5 units over here, and it's more or less correct. Okay, fine. Alright, now delete the original, export as SMD again, W RAID Ithaca reference. Now let's get our old reference back and save it just in case. Now let's get back to the view model and apply the same kind of fix over here. This one is fully rigged, fully skinned, fully weighted, whatever the word is. It belongs fully to weapon charger slide, so let's delete that. Let's add a mirror modifier. You can change the axis, but we actually need X axis. It looks perfect here as well. And now skin it back to this bone, which is charger slide. Save. Now delete two old references again, export as this, yes, rewrite, export. Now I think we're done here. Now I think we are done. I won't shut down 3ds Max yet. Neither I will shut down this one, or probably whatever. I'll just shut it down. Shut this down. And what I can possibly want in here? Reposition it slightly. Okay, maybe we have something to fix with the shells being too long, clipping through the barrel or whatever. So let's keep this thing going. What are we going to do now? We are going to compile something. And that is going to be this thing. Let's open containing folder. Let's copy and call it RAID Ithaca. Now let's open it. Close the original. Probably we wouldn't really need it. And the shotgun, the pump shotgun, if I remember correctly. We'll see about that anyway. Okay, as you can see, there is plenty of body groups here. Flashlight, 2 different pumps, 3 different stocks, tons of barrels with and without cuts compensator, and then second body groups for those extra options, because if I keep them there, only the first body group will actually show up in game without any way to render it. So we don't really need body groups here. We might as well just remove the folder as well. Raid Ithaca, if I'm pronouncing this correctly. So I'm sorry, all Ithaca residents. Raid Ithaca. It will support reskins because why not? Just in case. Auto shotgun for the Spas 12's sweet flashlight texture. Alright, I don't need that now. That comment is irrelevant over here. Let's not forget that that is not a chrome shotgun, so we're gonna remove chrome and it will just say shotgun. Probably doesn't have to say pump shotgun. I guess we will find out. Alright, I'm guessing that's fine. Don't have to change any animation speeds because those aren't Benelli and the Spas shotgun, which actually have different reloading speeds. The Spas is reloaded faster, slightly faster. It's like 3.8 seconds for the full reload, as opposed to Benelli's 4.3 seconds for the full reload. Even though they have similar animations, they actually are slightly different. And those two shotguns are they have identical animations. They almost share models to the point they can use each other's skin, which is the case here. In the last stand update, they actually added this as an option for Skin2. And in my case, yeah, we are going to draw one barrel on skin 1 and hide it on skin 2, and vice versa. So let's cut the chatter again. And while I don't really know the names of materials, I might as well just press M here to go to materials and check that out over here. But why do that? Because here I have M1912 materials which aren't used here. We have the names here, but I don't care about them for now. I just want to drop this QC, drag and drop this QC in Crowbar, so yeah, here it is, and go to my exported bunch of files and drop it over here so I can compile it. Probably everything went right because I can use it in view. As you can see, there is a lot of materials. A lot of them are wrong because, as you can see, it actually looks for every material I mentioned here, and right now those are irrelevant. I just made that for me to see the materials used by this model. So let's get back to my working folder with materials, where I already have textures but no materials prepared. And let's actually do that, as in, yeah, prepare materials. Raid Ithaca barrel reinforced. Let's copy it from here. We might as well just copy that from there somewhere, like in here. Yeah, like just go there and copy it here, but I don't like to do that. Okay, and let's just rename it. And it's barrel reinforced. It's gonna be Skin1, so we are going to keep it that way. What do we have here? Let's also paste it right there. Remove barrel reinforced. And Ithaca over here. And save. And that's pretty much it for this material. And now what I want to do is paste. Oh, what is happening? It's pasting the wrong kind of thing, because I have already copied something else entirely. So yeah, let's copy that, paste it here, and paste it here, so that on Skin2 it will look for Raid Ithaca barrel reinforced Skin2 material. And I'm going to create this material right now. It should say reinforced Skin2, and instead of all of that, we'll just say no underscore draw 1, and that's it. That's gonna be invisible. What else? Let's go further. It has Ithaca barrel standard, which is weird because I have texture names of long and texture names of standard, but as I remember, the standard barrel houses the texture source for the pump, and we also have a material named Raid Ithaca slide, so it's gonna be a little bit weird. Let's just go with it. Anyway, we are going to copy standard barrel. Standard barrel uses long barrel textures, and it's invisible in Skin1, so we're just going to copy this no draw small file, and it's gonna be barrel standard. We don't need to change anything here. And now let's copy the reinforced barrels VMT, reinforced barrels material, which houses all the sweet stuff, and call it barrel standard Skin2. And now replace reinforced with standard and save. That's pretty much it for this material. And don't forget to do that over here. Alright, so barrels. Raid Ithaca body. Copy that. Let's use the reinforced barrel material again. Just paste the name here, paste the name here, and paste the name here. Body is body and not base, like I sometimes name the material and or textures. I'm kinda inconsistent in that. Body is fine, body is the same for both skins, and stocks are not, so let's copy that. Cheek rest is visible in Skin1, so let's again copy a barrel reinforced, paste cheek rest. So Raid Ithaca stock cheek rest, save. And we can now copy this one or this one, or probably this one. This one is gonna be easier because we just replace this part, keep Skin2 and delete the copy part. And we've done the cheek rest. And we need to now paste it over here. Keep the Skin2. Save. Fine. So far, so good. Ithaca stock standard, which is the same thing as with barrels. So let's just copy both of this. Those. Change barrel to stock, not stock. It's stock. Yep. Here, remove copia. Stock. Now let's see. This is invisible, correct, and this is visible. Let's just change barrels to stock. Keep the standards and everything else. Okay, we get in there. Skin2, keep it Skin2. Good. Very good. Okay, what else? What else? Slide. Slide. Okay, let's copy body. Doesn't matter what really we do copy, but slide. Now we need to actually not forget that this is barrel STD, and here, well, there is this weird thing happening. I can rename that for consistency, or I can keep it this way and never bother about that, because as you can see, there is like a barrel standard and 2 materials and 2 textures, and there's like okay, fine. So barrel STD points to barrel STD DNN, which isn't the case here. It what? I am an idiot. It should point to long instead of standard. So that's a good thing I actually got in here, because here is the standard barrel textures and here is the slide textures, and slide actually refers to barrel STD. That's weird, inconsistent, and whoever wants to modify this should have a good time. Such is life. It's not really me who invented that. It's something Raid developers messed up. It isn't entirely my fault, but I am also somewhat to blame here, because I could have gone and fixed that, and I didn't, because if you fix something, you might accidentally unfix something else, like break something else, and when attempting to break something and then you unfix something, you break everything else around it, and it's just a confusing mess of breaks and fixes, and I would not recommend doing that. Well, I need some water, unfortunately. Okay, so slide is fine because it's the same slide for both skins, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I'm not sure. Raid Ithaca break. Break is only used in Skin2, just like barrel standard. So let's copy that. Break. Raid. Double R. I don't want double R in here. Break. Instead of barrel raw, it should say break. Save. Now here, Raid Ithaca break. Okay, what do we have here? 2 barrels, 1 with break, 2 stocks, and pretty much nothing else. So we should just delete that garbage. Yep, that's much less materials. Now we can recompile this so that it actually have I saved that? Yeah, I have saved that. So we can actually see it has all those textures: shotgun spaz for the flashlight and Skin2 for those 5 parts. And now let's see if we've done everything correctly. Looks good so far. Looks good so far. I don't see any clipping issues. I might as well enable those. I might as well increase FOV. Oh, not that much. Okay, I don't see anything wrong with their load animation. It's fine. The shells don't try to escape the barrel or whatever. I don't see them clipping through the magazine tube, which is great. And neither does the first shell loading animation. This animation just kinda stops. Okay, deploy layer. If that was a different kind of shotgun, you would see the shell being loaded, the shell being chambered, but not here. Here there is no ejection port on the side of the weapon, so it's just this, because why not? All right. Nothing wrong with this animation either. No clipping issues. Nothing terrible. Alright. So let's check out if we have done everything correctly regarding the skins. Model Skin2. Okay, so the stock changed. The barrel changed to this thing with a muzzle brake. We don't see the flashlight base through this. It still looks good. It goes as far as those photographs showed us. And I am satisfied with the result. That's all I ever wanted this thing to be. Alright. What we'll have to do, we might have as well avoided at least one press of the compile button. Reposition our attachments now, like this. I think that's perfect. Kinda. Which works. Okay, so attach shell eject, attach muzzle, and muzzle flash are basically the same spot. It is described in detail in Mr. Funreal's guide on attachments, a very useful guide. Check it from time to time, because I'll probably have to check it right now, because Ithaca is a funny shotgun. Funny in a way that it does not eject to the right as any, well, normal shotgun would do. It ejects to bottom. I probably don't have to check it, because here I have red axis pointing to the right, and I probably want it to point to bottom in this case, which I'll try and make with what? with okay, so it is very slightly angled, and this very slight angle is 170 degrees. So if I angle it slightly less or more, it's minus 90 degrees, and it points perfectly downward now. And I also wanted to eject shells not from the middle of the shotgun, but probably right from the ejection port. So let's lower that, and lowering what that is done with this. Oh, let's make it -1. -1, perfect 0 in the perfect dead center in the middle, and yeah, well, that's kind of the thing I want. So 0, -1, 3, 0, -1, 3, 0, -1, 3, and minus 90 degrees. And also, why do we have 1 degree here? What kind of evil sorcery is that? Doesn't matter. So we're done with the shells. Now flashlight is funny. I want it to slightly be like, it's probably 0.1, 0.2 or something like that, because my flashlight is slightly angled to the left. Okay, so first things first. 28, 30, 4, 3, 33. 33 is fine. Minus 0.3, fine. And now we can try and see where. That's, I think, kind of perfect. Works for me. Copy and paste here. Rotation is the same. This is awesome. This is just what I wanted. Oh, by the way, what about so the barrel is slightly shorter now in Skin2, and the muzzle flash will appear in front of it, and the smoke will appear in front of it, but this giant muzzle brake is kind of obscuring it anyway. So I guess that wouldn't be much of a trouble. I hope so, at least. Yeah, well, how are you supposed to see that? You're not. You won't. Okay, this is nice. This is awesome. This is what I wanted. Alright, so we fixed all the attachments. We can now compile again. And this is probably our final compile, because I haven't seen any issues with that. Might as well just go to my working folder where I do my gun stuff. It's over here. Oh, let's just copy it. Oh, that's a large folder. Wooden Raid Ithaca 37. Let's just go here and delete this folder. While we are here, let's delete this model and place this model over here and close it. We don't need that anymore. Now let's delete the world model. No sounds here. V-Guy, it should be icon pump shotgun, because icons are named like weapons in the console. When you spawn the weapons like a rifle desert, a rifle M60, shotgun chrome, shotgun spas, etc. So they use such naming convention in here, which is also a smart move, kind of, at least some kind of consistency, because for instance, the wooden shotguns model names are V pump shotgun and W shotgun, but chrome shotgun is V shotgun chrome and W pump shotgun A. The Ruger Mini 14 hunting rifle is V hunting rifle and W sniper Mini 14, which is as far from consistency as you can possibly get. Unfortunately. So this is something to keep in mind when you're a modder, and you probably aren't, but I am. Chrome shot, it's supposed to be pump shot. In my case it's Winchester, and we'll have to change that. Alright, by the way, let's make a hard icon. Let's make a hard icon with this model. Let's just hide everything. Let's unhide slide, reinforced barrel, body, lifter. It does not make any difference. Cheek rest, stock, and trigger. We want to see the trigger, and we also want this thing. Let's quit this place. Maximize this viewport. Render setup. Yeah, well, let's save the file as something. Something PNG. Where's PNG? Here. Something PNG. Alpha channel. Yep. Okay. And let's HDTV the thing. Render. We got that untextured, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Let's render output. Let's open that in new folder. Let's close that. We don't need that anymore. I probably no longer need 3ds Max running, so let's not save anything. Let's just quit it. If anything happens, I will easily launch it again because it's installed in my C drive, which is an SSD drive, and it's probably not going to take a lot of time. And let's make a hard icon of that from this thing. Let's let's copy this layer and delete the original because it's gonna act funny. Let's paint the background black. I said background. And max out the lightness on this thing, and we got some funny things going on here, which don't probably matter much, but okay. Now let's make a selection. Let's flip the image like the regular hard icons. Resize it to, I don't know, probably this long. It's a long barreled shotgun, so it's probably fine having it this long. And now canvas size. Okay, so we don't need the background. What we need is duplicate this layer and invert colors. And now just paste it down there so that this image actually has a faint, barely visible black outline like the default hard icons do. Let's save it as PNG in our working folder, current textures, Ithaca, something.png, because why not? Let's close that. Yeah? Yeah, let's keep paint net run it for a while. All right, close that. We don't need that anymore. So this is our irrelevant icon right now. So we don't need to generate meep maps. This texture is already pretty small, and with meep maps it probably will look worse on certain resolutions, but we do need alpha format. It kinda looks like this. It's why I don't usually do this by inverting layers and stuff, but yeah, this is gonna work probably. Hopefully. Alright, so let's save that as icon pump shotgun. I said that this video is going to be a short one, but it's already not, which is fine. By the way, let's copy our textures from here into our mod. What else? We need a world model. We still haven't compiled that. We haven't replaced that yet, right? Right. Let's do that. We need this folder for a while. Let's go to our working folder over here. Shotgun, check. Yep, replace that. Now we have this relevant, nice HUD icon. I'll probably have to remake it, or maybe not. Whatever, we'll see. If it looks bad in game, I will just remake it with my usual way instead of this lazy way. Alright, so wooden. I usually name it RWW2 Ithaca 37 because that's how it's called in game. Ithaca model 37. It's probably Ithaca model 37, but whatever. Shotgunner Fox's animations 1.0. It's a new mod. It contains a weapon model and nothing else. Okay, before I forget, where is our working model, working folder? This one. Okay, middle, bold, TWSN, MT standard 24, I think. Alright, so what is this? This is Ithaca 37. Or maybe it's Ithaca model 37. And if it's model, I should use the condensed font. Yeah? Does it look better? Probably does. And save as PNG in our working folder, current textures, Ithaca pump shot. Alright, that's it. I am pretty sure we've done all the materials right now. Now what we have to do is the world model, and then I can do the usual stuff like preview image, description, complaining about my life and how a certain president has ruined it, and whatever else. What do we have here? Let's import the new file. It should have meep maps And let's see. I have in PaintNet I have let PaintNet to determine which kind of PNG that's gonna be. So let's see if he actually is smart enough. As you can see, it does not tick 8-bit alpha, which means it does not actually have any alpha in it, which is great, so that the file is much smaller. It does create mip maps because I have checked that. Sign, gunshot, bump shot, and we're done. We're done with the materials completely. We have a hide icon, we have a gun shop, sign. Now we need world models. So yeah, got that. Open in Explorer, copy Ithaca, W shotgun. It's W shotgun, am I right? It's W shotgun, as you can see, it's W shotgun. Even though the SMD is called W pump shotgun, there is a different W pump shotgun A. This is just great. All right. I don't want those body groups. I want the one and only, the one I have exported, all in all. Just copy CD materials and SkinFamilies over here, because those should be the same. And what we'll have left to do is attachments. Save. Okay, W raid Ithaca, copy it over here and probably close it. Should have deleted it too, but okay, whatever. Okay, compile this thing now. Yep. And it should look exactly the same as the view model. It should have the same skin groups and not be broken in any way. Hopefully. Oof. Alright. I think that's great. We did everything we had to do. Except the attachments. Let's see. Okay, so the muzzle flash needs to go slightly back, so it's not 40, it's like 37. No, it's 36. It's 36. It's fine. I'm keeping the rest. So muzzle flash is 36. It's not 63. It's 36. Shell. Also, yeah, the red line is looking in the ejection direction. All right. It should be 0. That's for sure. It should be. It should also have. It probably should have. I don't know. It just should have the red one looking downward and the green one probably looking to right. So let's do that. And this should be -90. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Let's lower it slightly. Let's move it back like 6.5, yeah, and 0. Oh no, not 0, 1, maybe 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. That's great. Okay, so copy this. By the way, you might as well just copy this So let's go ahead and copy this. This is shell. Let's replace that. Except I also like to delete these garbage zeros and this additional space, which I accidentally copied apparently. What else? What else? Flashlight. Flashlight is going to be fun as usual. It's probably going to be minus. Okay, not minus. It's 0.1. This thing is like 32, 33, no, 32 and a half. 32 and a half. That's cool. That's cool. All right, it's not correct. It's weird. Why is it so weird? All right, doesn't matter. 2. What is this 2? 2 is, yeah, 2 is fine. Seven, 6. 2.1. And move it slightly back to. What is this? Okay, good. This is satisfactory. Why does this have... Oh, I've ruined something. This is not what I wanted to ruin. I wanted to ruin this. Why does it have -1? Whatever. Let's keep it that way. So, flashlight, muzzle flash, and shell. Good? Good. I think at least. Alright, so what we'll have to do is press compile probably one final time, and if everything... oh god. And if everything works fine, then go to W shotgun, drag and drop it over here. Might as well copy it because I would use it for making the preview image later. So yeah, I expected a shorter video, but I just went through this entire thing and pretty much finished the mod. Now let's pack it. Pack this wooden right Ithaca and pack it. So yeah, now it's ready for gaming. Oh boy, it's pretty large. Oh my, it's 50 megs. Why? Have I left something in here? No, it's just a lot of 2K textures. I mean, there is 3 barrels, 1 body, 2 stocks, and 1 small texture of a muzzle brake. That's a lot of textures actually. HUD icons are rather small, so and so are the models. Well, the model is kinda large, I have to say. Probably due to how detailed that pump is. As you have seen, it does have a lot of vertices, which probably isn't good for the world model. Might as well consider making like a LOD, a level of detail model. Whatever. We'll think about that when the time comes, and that time is not yet here. So we just drop it in our add-ons folder and go gaming. So basically this is where I get off. I'm going to test the mod. I'm going to release it I think soon enough. The sooner I do that, the better. So yeah, Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you for watching my boring, stupid videos and yada yada. You know, you guys are cool. And peace to all. Have a good time. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video.